What is going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. I really want to talk about what I think to be the most significant loot changes that we have seen in the past several years. I don't know how many years, but this is insane. And Dratnos basically did a whole video on the new gearing and upgrade system that is coming with 10.1, which again is right around the corner. As we talked about in a previous video, there's like they're getting rid of Valor, right? They're getting rid of that currency. You're not going to have Valor anymore. Instead, you're going to have these crests and these flight stones, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But what I really want to hone in on is the loot that's coming out of the new raid in particular, and how we're going to be able to interact with this loot in terms of the new upgrade system that's coming, and something that has never happened before. I mean, in the past several, I'm not even sure. Maybe there was a raid upgrade system for loot, like in really far back expansions. But in the past, like several expansions, this has not existed in this way. So let me pivot over to Dratnos. We're going to look at his video. I'm going to link Dratnos' video down below. I put it in my Discord channel as well. If you have not seen Dratnos' full video on the loot upgrade system, please go watch it. It is incredibly good. Definitely go watch his thing. So let's start with the crests and earning stuff really quickly. I'm going to go back to the 4-minute mark. So really quickly, you can see in his chart here, great chart that he did, by the way. You can get this from his video as well. You're going to get fragments, which will turn into crests. And you can get 150 fragments per type per week. And you can catch up to a cap. I'll let him explain it here.
You can earn 150 fragments per type per week, and you can catch up to that cap.
This is cool.
If you missed it. So if I earn 100 fragments week 1, I can earn 200 week 2 and catch up to the 300 total.
So what we're talking about is the new crests that you can get. These new ways to upgrade your gear. You have to use crests to upgrade your normal gear to like heroic item level, and your heroic item level gear all the way up to like mythic item level. You have to use these different crests is what they're called, okay? And you can see he's kind of got them documented here as well. You earn fragments to create one crest. So you can basically get 15 fragments equals one crest, but you're going to have to do that a lot over the course of the week. Okay, so let me let him keep going here.
I would have been able to earn. There are also some one-time fragments that can be earned.
Sorry,
from
let me make
quests. I think mostly LFR and normal ones at that level, but there may be some mythic and heroic ones that you can also earn, and those don't count towards the cap. So you don't have to worry about overcapping.
So yeah, that I guess he was basically done there. But that's what you're gonna be trying to do. You're just gonna do content in the game. You're gonna get these fragments. They will turn into crests. You use those crests to upgrade your gear. This can now be applied to raid loot. Before, in the season that we're in right now, we've got, the ability to upgrade gear, but not raid gear. I have Mythic Plus gear that I can upgrade to 13 out of 13. That's a 415 piece right there. I've upgraded that with my Valor. But now you can take raid pieces that you get and upgrade those with the new crest system. This is so important. It's so huge because you can get items that are dropping at lower difficulties. Let's say a normal piece that drops, and you can upgrade it all the way to almost like above heroic level, item level, eye level. Sorry, above heroic item level. Let me show you what he says about that right here. So 1425, I think, is where he starts getting into it.
These FAQs by Blizzard as well, as that's how they're going to work. So in terms of the item level you can get out of LFR, you can upgrade LFR gear all the way up to 424.
So look at that. So you get an item level drop in LFR, and it's 408. You can upgrade that to 424 now, which is basically high. It's higher than normal drop rates, and it's a little bit lower than the heroic drop rates. But that's how far you can upgrade it.
But it does cost, obviously, a bunch of LFR and normal crests.
It's going to cost you crests.
You can upgrade heroic gear or normal gear all the way up to 437, though.
This is big.
The biggest thing for me out of this system that I think the implications of this for a lot of players haven't been really internalized.
Yeah. I didn't understand this.
Especially for tier pieces, this is really, really big.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, any normal piece that you're going to take up to 437 is going to cost you at least 4 heroic crests.
Okay, so let me touch on that really quickly. So we'll talk about the tier pieces in a second, which is the most dramatic part of this. But what he's saying here is that You can take, let's say you get a normal drop, normal Rashok something or whatever. It's this item here, the normal Skazgarn Magmarax item. It's going to cost you 1 normal crest and 4 heroic crests. You're going to say, well, Zuko, I'm not going to have any heroic crests because I'm not doing heroic raid. It's like, that's very true. However, instead, you can go get heroic crests, the Shadow Flame crest, which is that's the heroic level 1. You can get those by doing heroic difficulty in the raid. But you're like, Zuko, I'm only doing normal. Okay, go do Mythic Dungeons then. You can go do Mythic Dungeons at plus 11 and 15. Between those levels of plus 11 and plus 15. Very doable. Very, very doable dungeons for most people. So here's what you can do. You can get a piece of loot that drops from the raid on normal difficulty. Are you ready? We're going to go to Khazra, and we're going to get this very rare trinket that we want. Very cool. It only drops at 421 item level. You're like, dang. I love this item. It's so strong, but it dropped on normal difficulty. Shoot, that sucks. It doesn't suck anymore because you can take it from 421 all the way up to 434, and you don't have to go run the heroic raid to do it. You can just go run the new set of dungeons. Go run the Halls of Infusion, Neltheris, Braconite, Oldemon. Go run these at between plus 11 and plus 15, as this chart shows, and you can take that item that you got from raid and upgrade it from your progress in Mythic Plus. You see how the two systems are now interlinked, and they all come together with this new upgrade system. It's so cool. It's so incredibly cool. So if you get a rare drop on normal difficulty or a tier piece bonus on normal difficulty from the raid, if you're done raiding for the week but you want to upgrade your piece of gear that you got, go spam Mythic Plus on this level right here. And you can upgrade that normal piece all the way up to item 437. Right here, you can see this, 437, which is higher than the drop rate. Sorry, it's down here, 437. It's higher than the drop rates on Heroic. Heroic begins dropping at 428 and 434. These are all different items that he has. So I can take this normal tier piece that I get and upgrade it all the way to 437 by doing Mythic Plus, and then I don't have to go and farm it in the Heroic raid anymore. Very, very cool. So what this essentially means is that there is inherent value now in doing the raid on normal difficulty. There's a lot of value now because I can go in here to Aberrus. I can kill the first guy. Okay, there's no tier set here. Okay, that's fine. Oh, but look at this. The third boss has tier, and the fourth boss has tier, and the fifth boss doesn't have tier. The sixth one does, seventh one does, and then the final Sarkareth has a chance to drop it's not showing here, but he has a chance to drop a tier piece that you can put anywhere in your gear. So if you're looking, in particular, guys, if you're looking to get tier piece bonuses very quickly out of the gates, you can run normal dungeons, and you're going to get those 421 tier pieces, and then you're going to take them, and you're going to take them all the way to 437 if you want to. That's an option now that you have that you did not have before. There's so many moments in the past where I've been raiding and I've gotten a really sick item. In particular, a tier piece tier piece bonus from a raid on a lower difficulty like normal, because I'm like this stupid sap that like only has 3 out of 4 heroic or tier pieces, and I'm like, I need that 4th tier piece for me to be like relevant at all. And so I'm like, I'll just go farm normal to try and get it. And I finally get it, and I'm like, yay, I got it. And then I like progress with my team, and my stupid normal tier piece is still sitting there because I haven't been able to replace it yet with anything. Now that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. You can get that normal tier piece, and you can upgrade it all the way to a relevant item level. 437 is going to be great. Mythic starts dropping at 441. Sorry, down here, 441. So like the relevancy of normal raid has never been higher now. And this whole system, being able to take pieces of gear that you get from the raid and upgrade them over time by doing Mythic Plus or any other activity that's going to drop you fragments for a crest, but let's pretend like the main one's going to be Mythic Plus. That's amazing to me. It's so good that you can do that. You can run Mythic Plus dungeons at between plus 6 and plus 10, and you'll get Shadow Flame Crest. You'll get the fragments for the normal crests. The heroic crests is, of course, 11 and 15. Those are going to drop your heroic item level crests, so you can take all the normal gear that you have and upgrade it slowly. And then the mythic ones drop from Mythic Plus dungeons that are 16 and above. But just this idea in general, that you can go get a rare piece of gear from the raid or a tier set bonus from the raid and upgrade it by spamming your Mythic Plus stuff is amazing. It gives so much quality of life to the raiding scene and to getting any gear from the raid whatsoever that you're not really sure about. Now it doesn't matter. It's so much quality of life there because now you can get a piece of gear and you're like, I'm going to keep this because I might want to upgrade this later. Maybe I'll go see what's in my vault, whatever the case might be. Okay, I got something different in my vault. I got a weapon in my vault. Now I'm going to use all my crests and all of my, flight stones, and I'm going to upgrade this tier piece that I got because I spammed a bunch of Mythic Plus and I have enough crests to be able to do it. Obviously, the crests cost a little bit here, right? It's like 2 normal, 4 heroic if you want to get it all the way up to 437, but it's achievable. You can do it, and it's something that you couldn't do in the past. I love this. This new gearing system is going to be amazing. If you haven't seen Dratnos' video, go watch the entire thing. I just wanted to highlight this one thing because I think that this is something people missed. I missed it outright. I was just like, oh, we're replacing Valor with a new system. Whoop-de-doo. It's no big difference. It's a big deal. It's a different deal now because now you can take raid gear and upgrade it all the way to really high item levels, even if you get a drop in like normal. Okay? That's all I want to talk about today, guys. A bit of a shorter video, but this is so important. Moving into Embers of Neltharion 10.1, this is, I think, the most important change for people who are frequently doing Raid and Mythic Plus, or Raid and other content that can drop these crests. This is such a huge deal. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this is a really big deal? Are you excited now to potentially do Raid and do even the lower difficulty raids like normal in particular? I would love to hear from you in those comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I love you all. I will see you in the next one.